in.
I just did my Lake Washington analysis and I'm good to go.
I just did mine too, and I'm good.
I'm only running 100 watts in a wire.
And I'm, most of my stuff is through my stepper, and it's like they conveniently have a list for that, for what the gain is. So it's I looked at that and I threw in some stuff and I threw it, high end. It's like, okay, I'm good.
Okay, I'll probably bring along my crank IR too.
And it's like, so long as I'm on a tower, I'm fine.
All right, guys, I've got the recording going so we can get started here with our the club business side of things. I'll turn it over to is it Phil, you or Matt? Okay, Phil, go ahead.
Yep. Thanks, Jason, and welcome everybody to the business meeting, the general meeting of the Mike and Key Amateur Radio Club for June 2021. And we'll go ahead and move along here to officer reports here. We'll begin with me. I don't have anything to report. Good luck at field day, everybody. Have fun. And we go along to Steve, K87 IQL for approval of the minutes and ushering in new members.
Okay, so we do have a quorum at this point in time. So go ahead and like to ask for an acceptance of the general meeting minutes as last published in the relay.
I so move.
I second that.
I second.
Okay. All those in favor, please indicate with a raised hand or a something.
We can do the green check mark, the yes.
The green check mark or something like that.
I can also do a poll if we need to. So.
Who seconded it?
There were a bunch. Take Ivy.
Ivy was the
Sam.
Ivy moved.
Sam.
Okay. All right. It looks like we've got an approval. I'm just. So I'll go ahead and mark that as approved. We have got a bunch of people in. So we'll start at the top of my list here. Yeah, we'll start with Art.
Just a brief piece for anybody who raised their hand or has a check mark. You need to unraise your hand or uncheck mark manually. It doesn't look like it goes down on its own. Sorry, go ahead.
All right, so we will start with Art. And so that is Kilo Foxtrot 7 Golf. David, he is located in Renton. He's got an odd hobby for us, or an odd occupation, I say. He is interested in technical special interest, public service, education, and training. He has it's an extra class license. And Art, do you want to tell us anything about yourself?
Well, the Mike and Key Club is where I took my test for advanced. They gave a test up at the University of Washington when I came back to finish my degree years ago. I worked at NASA and left to raise my son. When I left, I was an instrument maker and a technician. Worked at Dryden Flight Research Center in Southern California. The first club was the Antelope Valley Amateur Radio Club in Southern California. I love tea hunting, and I've helped a number of people become hams. I like Elmering folks. I build my own antennas for the most part, VHF and UHF. Haven't been very active while I was raising my sons, but I'm starting to get into it again. I teach martial arts and looking to open up the school in the near future. I don't know what else to cover. I recently purchased and have been fiddling around with the Morseduino, which is a lot of fun, getting back into learning Morse code. So I don't know what all I'm supposed to go into. But
that works.
A lot.
That works. Does anyone have any questions for Art?
What kind of martial arts, Art?
Taekwondo. I've also studied Kali and I wrestled in high school. and studied Tai Chi for 4 years.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. All right, and moving down my list here. Where's my list? Let's see here. And we will go to Clark. KF7LAN. He is located in Everett. Let me get the let's see, he holds a general class license. He is an ARL member. He heard about us on our Wednesday net. He is interested in field day when we do that next year. Interested in setup and cleanup, always a good thing. Interested in public service. Clark, what can you tell us about yourself?
Sure. So I got involved with shortwave radio back in the 60s. My older brother had a Heathkit that he and I built together way back in the day, and used to listen to BBC, which was very exotic at the time. So I got my license about 10 years ago, my general, actually about 11 years ago, and really didn't do too much with it. I was more engaged kind of on the kind of software defined radio side. My background's a little bit on the computer engineering side. So didn't really do much until about last year. Like everyone else, I was kind of sequestered at home and working from home a lot. And I got my renewal, and I thought, I should really probably get a little bit more engaged if I'm going to do the renewal. So bought an ICOM 9700, and lately I've been playing around with D-Star on 2 meters and trying to get into SSTV a little bit, studying for my extra license, and thought I'd join a club and try to tap into some folks who have been doing this for a long time. Professionally, I'm still working. I'm a CIO for an aerospace company up here in Everett, and probably will retire in the next year or so, and kind of look forward to this as kind of a driving hobby for me to go forward as well. So,
thank you.
Yeah.
Stephen, what was the call sign for the first candidate that we had?
KF7 Golf David.
Thank you.
Okay, and we will look at Larry, and along here, that is K7 BSG, Boy Sierra Golf. Okay, interesting occupation. I'll let you talk about that one. He currently holds a general class license. He is an ARL member. He is interested in field day and interested in public service. So Larry, you want to tell us a little bit about yourself? Oh, I think we've got a couple of different Larrys, and I grabbed the wrong. That Larry is not on the call, so my apologies. So we'll move on here. I just looked, he is not on my list. So we'll go. We will go to Lee. Kilo Juliet 7 Whiskey Yankee Victor out of Maple Valley. He holds a technician class, and you heard about the club with a letter to the house. So Lee, you want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Hey everybody, yeah, thanks. So yeah, my name's Lee Sutton, and just really starting to get into amateur radio. It's fascinating to me, and having not only like a a backup communication. But there was actually a pretty good case study of where it would come in handy a few months back when Comcast went down in Maple Valley, like in the middle of the workday, and then everybody hopped onto the cell towers and then took down T-Mobile's network as well. And so it would have been pretty nice to have access to ham radio at that time. But yeah, I have my technician license, just getting into it, real busy with lots of kid stuff too. And yeah, I basically just really starting my adventure in general. So thanks everybody for having me here.
Any questions for Lee? Okay, all right. And hold on here a moment. Okay. And we'll go to Robert, KJ7 CBO out of Renton, also a technician. And he's interested in field day, public service, swap meet, and parades and seafair. Robert, you want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Oh, I love parades when I can do them, and seafair. Absolutely, bring on the Blue Angels, right? Hey, I am a semi-retired news talk show host. I was syndicated for several years, and so we still do a podcast. Got that going, but beyond that, in the real world, if there is such a thing, I am a present rideshare driver, at least until September, and then I'm going to get aged out again. So that means retirement again. So anyway, hey, I've been in ham radio since, oh Lord, since the late 1970s when I was first licensed. But I was stupid and let my license lapse. And anyway, that's been so many years ago. And about 3 years ago, my partner said, hey, here's a link. Check this link out. See what this is about. Well, it just so happened to be a link for a ham radio operator technician class testing that was going to happen here in Renton at the fire station. So I thought, hey, okay, I'll get back into it. That's the ticket. So that's what I did. So hey, otherwise, that's about all from me. I'm just getting old and gray-headed, so I have no idea, folks. Is that good enough?
That's good enough. All right.
Awesome.
Thank you much. We'll go next is Larry. Kilo 7.
Question,
Yes.
what market were you a talk show host?
Are you talking to me? I'm not
Yes.
sure who that is.
Hey, Robert. Hi, this is Al. I'm a radio rat. I guess I was a talk show host, but where'd you work?
Well, I worked primarily, I worked for NBC News, or NBC News Radio, that is. I worked in the Houston market. That's where I first started in radio. I was in Houston. Back then it was a gospel music station owned by a legendary televangelist, but moved on from there to Nashville, New York City, Los Angeles, and now Seattle. So, but when I went syndicated, I wasn't then with a network per se, but any stations that wanted to carry the shows, they could on whatever network that they represented.
Yeah, I started at a religious station also. Great, thanks for the info. I find it interesting.
Not a problem.
Welcome to Mike and Key.
Oh, thanks very much. Hey, I look forward to working with you guys.
All right, and we will get to Larry. Sorry, Larry, I didn't see on the list, and then I confirmed you were on the list. So we will look talk about Larry. K7 BSG, general class, and interested in field day, public service, swap meet, marathon, and walks. So that is Larry, K7, Kilo 7, Bravo Sierra Golf. You want to tell us about yourself?
This is K7 BSG. Is that you directed at me? Yeah.
Yes, it
Okay.
is.
Okay, very good. I got my start in 1958, novice license. Worked up to general, K7 DWL, let it lapse, had to renew, N7 DVJ, let it lapse. And finally, in the last year, re-upped and found a good sign, the call sign that sounded, that had been left behind, that sounded good on CW. And that's kind of my favorite thing. I was a telegraph operator in 1963 on the survey ship Surveyor. I did 6 months in the North Pacific, got my endorsement on that, and then acquired the second class telegraph. Operated on 5 different ships during the Vietnam area, Victory ships carrying munitions and then military cargo to Southeast Asia. So for 3 years, my name was Sparks, and still love CW, and want to get back into all things ham again, and that got my start going. So it's enjoyed stuff that you guys are doing, and we're oh, by the way, the last 20 years as captain on the ice cream cruise boat here in Seattle. That's my story.
Thank you. And
I got a quick question for Larry.
Yep.
Yeah, Larry, what was your first license?
Well, the novice license was K7 DWL, and then
Yeah,
what excuse me, 58.
58. Oh,
Yeah.
good. You're right in my generation. I was licensed at 57.
Back in those days, I was building 6L6 transmitters and loading them up into screen doors, things like that.
Oh yeah. Arc 5 radios.
There you go.
all right. I have a couple more people here that I don't have the records for, but we'll go with
Well, did we discuss them in the board meeting?
I do not have any knowledge. I have
One just applied. One just applied to got the application while you were speaking.
okay. So I have
Right, and that person will have to discuss in the board meeting,
so Manfred or someone else, KJ7, actually Manfred, why don't I go ahead and put these in chat to you or someone else and see if we can, if we've got these, if they've already been discussed before. I don't have a list of all those.
I have that list in front of me, Steve, if you want to
Yeah, let me go ahead and shoot that to you right quick here.
There are 4 more.
Yeah, right. I have 4 more as well. I'm not sure. I don't have the paperwork for them.
KJ7 GKX, KG7 CCT, KJ7 OKL, and WA7 PHO. Those 4 were pre-approved by the board, and we're waiting for their participation here. So if any of those 4 is online, please speak up.
So those, Manfred, are the ones I sent you just in chat, are the ones I
yes.
see.
Right.
I don't see their records. Is that correct?
AF7RW just applied.
Okay, all right, that, okay, yeah, okay. All right. All right, so I have, at this point in time, I have 5 people, Robert, Art, Clark, Larry, and Lee, that have been approved by the board and have been, I have presented to the membership. If those 5 people can be moved to the waiting room.
Yep, I'm gonna move them now. Give me just a sec.
And the other people that we didn't get to, your application has to be reviewed by the board, which will happen in our July board meeting. Then after that, in the July business meeting, we'll go ahead and have you presented to the membership so that you can be voted on by the membership.
Okay, give me a sec, getting everybody there. Let's see.
So we should have 5 people in the waiting room, correct?
Give me just a minute, we're getting there.
And a dog in the background.
All right, so I've got CBO, BSG, GD, LAN, and WYV. So the 5 of them are in the waiting room. So
Okay.
we can go ahead and continue the discussion.
All right, so we'll start at the top of the list. We'll start with Robert. Kilo Juliet 7, Charlie Bravo Oscar. Robert. Is there any further discussion about Robert?
He's pretty active on the social nets, and he's always been cheerful. I think he'd be a good asset to the club. He's got a great radio voice.
Can't imagine why.
Yep.
He's also always on the net over at my PSRG, so always a good guy.
Yeah, upbeat guy. He's always, he's good hand, good guy.
All right. Can we do a poll for this, please? Because I think
Yeah.
we probably need to do a poll. So
Yes, Jim's already got
only members vote, please.
Okay, vote yes or no for Robert. Okay, a few more seconds. All right. Okay, so 36 votes. What's a quorum? What do we need?
30.
30, okay. Then we're good there.
Yep. All right. Look at Art. Kilo Fox 7 Golf Delta. Any comments about Art?
Yeah, he gave a good presentation for fox hunting with the Renton ECS group, and he seems really active. At least he was down in California doing that, and really being an Elmer for that at the very minimum. I'm not sure what else he does Elmering for, but it was a very good presentation. So he seems like wants to get involved. So that's my 2 cents.
Any other comments or questions?
It's great to know, Carl, too. We can enlist him for help with our own fox hunting plans that are coming up or are rather imminent.
Yeah, I think he was really involved in that down in California. So I think that would be a good activity for the club. I know Renton ECS is going to get involved in that because they're, you know, when we do a simplex exercise, everything goes to hell and propagation sucks. And we're like, you know, what if the repeaters go down kind of stuff. So I think it would be a really good thing to have. So.
Okay, poll please.
All right, ending in 3, 2, 1. 35.
35. Okay. Next we've got is Kilo Fox 7, Lima Echo Nancy Clark. Any comments about Clark? Okay.
Guess it's all good.
All
Ready to
right.
vote. All right, here we go with
Okay.
a poll.
All right.
A few more seconds. 3, 2, 1. All right, 34 folks.
All right. Next we've got is Kilo 7, Bravo Sierra Golf, Larry. And I was started a little bit discombobulated today. I would have had more information about these folks. Let me go ahead and Larry is the general, is one of the general's public service swap meet marathon walks. So, any other? Okay.
All right, a few more seconds. 3, 2, 1. All right, 37.
Okay. Next, we have got Lee, Kilo Golf 7, Whiskey, Yankee Victor. Let's see what I've got on.
He's of the younger generation, so
Yeah,
I think he'd be a good good addition. Carry on when we all kick the bucket.
And he's a software engineer.
Speak for yourself.
Is
I'm
that on your
getting
bucket list,
there.
Carl?
I'm not quite there yet, but
Carl,
not
is that on your
dead yet.
bucket list?
I didn't mean to offend anyone here. I'm sorry.
All right,
Get the poll going here.
get the poll.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. 39.
Okay. All right. Sounds good.
Okay, I'm going to bring them all back in if we're ready.
Yep.
Okay, looks like everybody is back in.
Welcome, everyone.
Welcome, welcome.
Congratulations, folks.
Oh,
Thank
All
you.
right.
I guess I can do my gym spiel for those of you so you've been brought in. Please go up to the website and submit your dues. You can submit either through PayPal or the old school check method. Either way is accepted. So I appreciate you guys looking to join the club. Look forward to having you on. Okay, back to you, Phil, I think.
Back to net.
Mhm.
That's back to Phil.
Thanks, Steve. Thanks, Jason there. And congratulations to all the new members. I look forward to seeing you in future meetings. We'll move along here to Jason, Activities Manager. Have anything to say?
Yeah, thanks, Phil. So glad we had a good experience here with Wayne. We'll get the video posted up on the YouTube channel and put the link up, of course, on the Groups IO page. Also look to get a copy of his presentation and also post that up on Groups IO. The activity for next month is fox hunting. I believe Jim's going to be doing that one, KE7JIM. So that'll be exciting. More information to come out about that. Also, if you have any suggestions, please shoot me an email at activities@mikeandkey.org. And thanks for those who have. That's how we found Wayne. So thanks to folks who have been posting ideas and recommendations. I appreciate that. We'll get folks that the club's interested in seeing. So that's what this is all about. Also, auction donations are always welcome and greatly appreciated. Remember, the auctions go to the year-end gift giveaway. Usually we try and have a few different items to be able to give away, one big one, maybe a couple of small items, but it's always fun to do in December, and that's the auction proceeds 100% go to that. So please, if you've got any lightly used or good items, unique items that you think would make a good auction, that'd be wonderful. And I'm still working on some items that we might have from some folks in the club today. So hopefully we'll be able to have something here soon. Remember, you can hit me up at activities@mikeandkey.org. All right, that's it for me, yammering along. I may have to duck out about 11:55 for another activity. So if we don't get to the glasses, we'll be doing a door prize for 2 glasses again. So maybe Stephen or Phil can random choose a couple of names and let me know, and we'll get some folks a couple of glasses. So appreciate it. Thanks, everyone.
Great, thanks, Jason, for that. Looking forward to see who gets the glasses this week or this month. Okay, let's see. Treasurer isn't here. Jim, it's like last thing I saw, everything looked okay from his board meeting report. All our finances are in order. Let's see. Radio officer Hal, got anything for us?
No, not really. I have not gotten up to the repeater site. Everything's still working. I did give LJ my phone number or text number so that she can text me if the 220 repeater drops off again. And I haven't got a call back to Bridgecom yet regarding that particular problem. So I think I'll be calling them very shortly and talk to them about it a little bit, see if they can get any clue as to what might be going on. That's all I've got.
Okay, great. Thanks, Hal. Let's see, anything from the editors, either web or relay? Nothing. Okay. Go on here to committee. Anything from the committees here? Membership from Manfred.
Okay. Thanks, Phil. Yeah, congratulations again to our 5 new members. I'll be reaching out to you and send you our welcome newsletter, welcome flyer rather. And that's great that you all joined. Thank you again. Otherwise, we're working on increasing our membership, reaching out to the community and see who else can apply and who we can bring in. Otherwise, Rita, do you have anything from your side? Rita is our committee chair.
Good morning. I have nothing to report.
Thank you. That's it from our end.
Okay, great. Thanks, Manfred, and good to hear from you, Rita. Education and training, Robert or Daniel Stevens?
Nothing to report.
Okay, great, thanks. Public service, is Robert here, KD7WNV?
Not a whole lot going on, not much more than we knew about before. We've got 2 Bigfoot events. We've got the shorter races on July 10th and 11th down at Mount St. Helens, and the 200 on the usual second weekend of August, Friday through Tuesday, also at Mount St. Helens. There are a couple of, there was one or two things up in Snohomish County that I might create a listing for, Lake Ty Triathlon and the Plain 100. The problem with the Plain 100 is that it's the same weekend as Salmon Run. I'm not sure of the date of the Lake Ty Triathlon off the top of my head. I'll have to check on that. But again, most of the other events got canceled for the year. So that's about what we know. And then we have the Bike MS in September, second weekend of September. But that will be only a one-day bike ride this year instead of a full weekend.
Okay. Thanks, Robert. Yeah, sign me up for July. I'll be there.
Okay, great, Phil.
All right. Thanks, Robert, for your report. Let's see here. Move along here to technical and special interest. Does Dan or Mark or any of the technical committee members have anything to report? Crickets. Okay. Their report is in the relay. Let's see. Field day. I know David has something. Go ahead. WA7DY.
Yeah, thanks, Phil. So field day is just what, 167 hours away. So it starts next Saturday at 11 a.m. Want to remind everyone that we do have people who have signed up as hosts. I sent that information out via email so people can volunteer to host other club members at their location. A few people have done that. I will be updating that list later in the week. So if we get any updates, and also to remind you of the people who have already signed up. Just a couple quick reminders, and I'm going to throw a bunch of links in the chat here with everything I'm talking about, but just a couple of quick reminders. So one is the field day rules are still amended for this year. So home stations, Class D stations can participate fully, though there is a change this year in that Class D and Class E stations are limited to 150 watts of power. So if you want to blow away field day with your Henry K3 or whatever it is, a 3K, you can't do that. So you're limited to 150 watts. Another thing is when you are submitting your field day results after field day, we'd love it if you would use our club name. So in the form, there is a club or group name. If you can put in Mike and Key ARC, that's Mike ampersand Key ARC. That would be awesome. I will put all of this in the chat, including the link to my presentation that I did last month or a month before, I can't remember, with all the other information that I've talked about, including our recommendations for a logging program. So there will also be a Zoom session, which will be using the regular club monthly meeting Zoom ID, which is, well, you're here, so you probably know what it is. It's also posted in the group's IO, and that will start at 11 a.m. when field day starts as well. So thanks, everyone. Have a good field day.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Should be fun. It's like good luck to all the folks out there who are gonna get some points for the club. Fantastic. Probably my favorite event of the year. I'll absolutely love it.
David?
Do you have something, Michelle? Go ahead.
Yeah, David, do we figure out who's going to use the club call?
I believe that's going to be the virtual CW Beach at Mike Dinkelman's house.
Like last year.
Yeah.
I thought he said he wasn't going to. Okay.
No, I don't know.
Well, if he isn't taking it, I'll take it. Or Dean's operation. Let's see.
Coordinate yourself with the radio officer.
Yep. Will do. Thanks, David, for that. Anybody else have anything for field day? Anybody else have any questions for David regarding field day?
I do have one question for David. I guess it's David. And the question is Mike and Key, are you guys working as far as the actual score and all this noise? Are you guys working with West Seattle the way that PSRG does, or is Mike and Key completely separate on those forums?
I'm not sure if I totally understand your question, but I think I know what you're asking. So we're completely separate. So we're not collaborating with any other clubs. Normally we have a pretty substantial I would say best in the state, perhaps best west of the Mississippi field day operation. But of course, we weren't able to get it scheduled this year due to the COVID restrictions. So we will have one site operating as the club call this year. But the ARL is allowing, same as they did last year, for people to submit a group or club ID. So we're asking club members, when you do your independent operation using your own call sign, and you submit your results, just use that Mike and Key ARC. We would appreciate it. Interestingly enough, last year we had a lot of participation, and from a points or kind of overall score perspective, we were pretty close to a normal year for the club. So, every little bit helps, and we love to see the participation out there. And also, we will be running the Zoom session for the entirety of field day, which is awesome. So if you can join, if you're not out in the woods somewhere, if you're in a location where you have the internet, you can join the Zoom session. It was super great last year. Personally, I learned a bunch of stuff about operating digital modes from some of the other club members, which has been life-changing for me ever since then. So I'm looking forward to it. Should be good fun.
Yeah, I have one thing as well. Just wanted to let everybody know that Robin, WA7BRI, Robert, KD7WNV, and myself will be up at Blewett Pass, where we have gone previously, both last year for field day and previously for salmon run. So if anybody is going over Blewett Pass, drop by.
Hey, great. Yeah, that's it. Any other questions, comments, concerns for field day before we move along here? Go ahead, just speak up.
Well, Robert might be interested, Phil, that your photo in the background is our field day site.
Correct. That is the bluff over at Fort Flagler. And I miss it very much.
All right, let's go.
All
I have a
righty.
question about Blewett Pass. Whereabouts are you located up there, off of the old Blewett Pass highway, or?
We're right at, if you are going up from Cle Elum, it's right at Blewett Pass.
Well-
You turn off on the Forest Service Road to the right, and you go up about half a mile, and there's the trailhead for the
Discovery Trailhead, I believe.
Discovery Trail, yeah, right
At
there.
the large parking lot.
Yep.
Okay, great, thank you.
With only one Santa can.
But just use your RF field exposure meter that was discussed earlier today, then you'll find it.
Yeah. Now don't be confused. There's a snow park lot right at the pass. It's not that. We're about a third of a mile up the road from the pass itself.
Yeah, we're about, what do you think, 50 feet or 100 feet above the road and back up on that trailhead?
Yeah, the way the road curves around, we're actually just up on the hill overlooking the pass.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a great area.
can Practically shout to you.
I've been up there, but I kind of know that area a little bit, but yeah, thank you.
Yeah, if you stop by, just bring donuts.
Yes.
Well, burn some.
Maybe warm enough we could use a beer.
There you go.
Sure, beer,
Donuts
donuts,
and
beer and donuts, pizza,
burgers, dogs,
fried chicken.
Food.
Well, food, that's part of the field day tradition.
Absolutely.
Nice.
Food.
All right. Thanks, guys. One last call for any field day comments or before we move on. Not hearing anything. It's like looking forward to it. My favorite event of the year. Do we have any? Well, I don't see anything else for committees. Any other miscellaneous committees have anything? Okay, no. Is
Sam,
there any? Yeah, go ahead.
got his
Go
hand
ahead.
up.
Phil, Sam. Last weekend, last Saturday, the audit committee completed the swap meet audit for the year. It was very, not very hard to do, not very many entries to look at, but everything was successful and done. Thank you.
All right, great. So everything checks out for the swap meet as far as the books go. Thank you, Sam. Okay, move along here to old business. Is there any old business for the group? Is there any new business? No? Okay. Is there anything for the good of the order before we close the meeting today?
One suggestion for the board to consider, maybe we ought to buy one of the meters, the field strength meters, and have it in the library like we do some of our other gear.
That is a
Just a
good point.
proposal.
I'll write that down. I'll bring that up at the board meeting.
Get out of my brain, please.
Yeah, mine too.
Great minds think alike.
Something like that.
Is there anything else for the good of the order?
Well, I got something if you can hear me.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay, you can hear me.
Yeah, we can. Go ahead, Dean.
All right, I just wanted to let everybody. This goes back to the old stuff that was going on here. I am hosting a bunch up here for field day, so anybody that wants to come up for the afternoon or whatever can, and or if they want to come up and stay, I think I can figure out some more places for people too. So I can cover my travel.
What's the drive time from Bellevue?
Anyway, just wanted to throw that out.
Oh,
There was a question about the drive time from Bellevue, Dean. Well, I'd say probably a couple hours.
Oh, probably about an hour and a half. I drive from Redmond. I drive from Redmond every day. It's about an hour and a half. It looks like I'm not doing well on my internet.
we're hearing you now.
So
I hear you now.
where do we dump our field day logs?
You upload them
Entries, yeah.
like normal. Yeah, normal isn't the case because normally the club takes care of it. Ivy's done that in the past.
Right.
There's upload information in the field day rules. Let's see, I'll try
I
to
believe
find it.
David put it in the chat too.
Yeah,
There's a
it's
link.
like all the links and
good.
stuff are in the chat.
What field day rules? ARRL field day rules?
It's in the
Yes.
chat room.
Yeah. So you're an independent operation this year. So you
Sure.
upload your own log,
Yeah,
but you
I've
indicate
got
the
that.
Mike and Key as the club
For the
for the
aggregate score.
aggregation.
But I remember submitting it to the ARRL in Connecticut, but I can't remember the website or how to do that from last year.
ARRL.org under contest.
I think there's a mistake in the question. The question was submitting the logs, not submitting the count to the ARL. There's two
That's
different.
part of what you do when you submit your entry. You don't need to actually submit any logs. I believe it's just a summary.
That's what I'm saying.
There is the option in the rules where you can submit a paper copy, and in the rules, it'll give you the address. We prefer everybody to submit via the web app. And so if you can submit it that way, if you can't, then submit it via mail.
Oh yeah, you can submit it by paper if you really want to. That's highly encouraged, and I think you even get some bonus points if you do it online. So it's highly
You do.
suggested. Yeah,
You do get bonus points if you submit it online.
it's like you go to your log, get a Cabrillo file of it, and upload it to the league website.
Cabrillo files are not required.
But I believe it will convert it. I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just always send them a big old Excel.
Well, that works too. Anything else for the good of the order, or for anything else for the meeting before we go?
Yeah, I got something.
Go ahead.
Okay, so I wasn't sure if it was good of the order or new business, so I'll just do it now. In the technical and special interest, we talked about doing at the end of the meeting, just before the meeting ends, if anybody would like to do a show and tell, it might be interesting for club members to get involved. So if you get a new toy or something like that at the end of the meeting, you can do a show and tell. Limited to a maximum of 5 minutes, 2 or 3 people, and that'd be about it. So help get club members involved. I'd like to get some feedback on that.
Anybody have any opinions?
Yeah.
I think it's a good idea.
So do we want to do that for maybe the next meeting?
I can put it on my list here.
Sure. And everybody who's here still can think about a new toy or something like that they got. They can show it up. Just like, back in, when did I do show? Last time I think I did show and tell was first grade. But, you get up in front of the class and go, hey, look, I got a new Lego set or, or whatever. You talk for 2 or 3 minutes and show it off and then on to the next. So might help get people involved. So, yeah, grab something off your shelf and show and tell it next month.
Yep, I've been to other club meetings. It's like other clubs where they've done that, and it's very positive experience.
Yeah, it really is. Some of the show and tells can kind of drag on for 15, 20 minutes. It's like, no, let's put a timer on it.
Yeah, put one on.
Maybe have it after the end of the business portion of the meeting and then go in.
Yeah,
good
just
of the order.
before good of the order or something. Yeah.
Call good of the order and then call show and tell and then stop the recording. After that, and close the meeting after show and tell, right?
Yep, well, I can do that.
I can do one today. It'll only take a minute when you're ready.
You want to? Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah, cool.
Okay. Let's see. Did everyone see this?
Oh,
So this is one of a few new wire antennas I've got. It just came the other day. You can see it's not even fully assembled yet. The reason I mention it is it's I know some people are really like end-fed antennas, and this is an end-fed. And I had never heard of these until like a couple months ago. I mean, this particular brand until a couple months ago. The brand is Ultimax, and this particular model is the DXtreme. This is an end-fed antenna. It's not a half wave. It's kind of a random wire in a sense, but it's he says it's not just a random wire with like a big transformer on the end, because he builds these to certain specific lengths. It has a variety of lengths from fairly short, like 30 odd feet, all the way up to over 100 feet. I think the longest one is 124 feet. Yeah, 33 to 124, it even says there. And I bought the 72-foot model primarily because I was buying it for my installation here, and that's the size that'll fit conveniently. And also I wanted something that would be fairly long, but short enough that I could rig it vertically in a tall tree, which I'm going to try at field day up at Blewett Pass as one of our secondary antennas. So anyway, I will maybe in a future date let you know how it works out. I'm curious to see. So apparently he builds the transformer, or whatever you want to call it, specific to each different length. So this box is different than the box that would come with the 124-foot version. It's not just an end-fed with a high ratio transformer. Balance. Yeah. So we'll see how it works out, and I'll let you know. Maybe an article in the relay.
Hey, Robert, could you hold that up at 90 degrees again? We got a lot of glare and couldn't.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Thank
you. How's that?
Much better.
What was the price point on that?
Yeah.
Over $100, I'm afraid.
It's what
Under
it is.
$200, and the cost depends a little bit on the length that you get.
The DXtreme, ooh.
Yeah.
Cool. And our first show and tell. Awesome. Thanks.
Yep.
Any other show and tells? Anybody find something they'd like to share with the group? Yeah, don't hear anything. It's like I have one more thing for the good of the order here. I actually, I actually set up a Mike and Key Discord server for it's like between Zoom, between meeting, chatting and stuff like that. And I'm sharing the link in the chat if you guys would like to join. For any between Zoom, text chat, I have audio chat, screen sharing, that kind of stuff. So feel free to come on down and join the Mike and Key Club on Discord. Anything else for the good of the order before we close?
10 meters is open.
Oh yeah, it's like so is 6. Last month or last week was the VHF contest. Anybody take part?
I did.
How'd
Sorry,
you do?
I have.
I did 2 on 6 meter. Thanks for the QSO, Sal, and some others.
Yeah, I've been, I was more looking for grids than anything else. But it's been in an operation back in Fox November 57 upper Maine, the farthest point, northeast point in the country.
On 6.
And they've been up there for a week. They've it's one of the rarest grids in of the 488 grids in the continental United States. It was number 1 on the rare list. They've made over almost 1,200 contacts in the week they've been there, of which 1 was to the Pacific Northwest, and that was me on moon bounce. But I had to go to moon bounce, no Spraticki.
Had to go to the moon to get to Maine.
right.
Huh?
So I've got 9 more to go to get 488.
Wow. So, hey, question. Are anyone planning on being on 6 meters during field day?
Yeah,
Maybe.
yeah, we
What if
will.
Dean wants to?
Yeah, we're ready.
Work some simplex or something. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got 5.2, single side band 2 meters, 432, whatever you want to work, NHF.
Yeah, if you're going to be on 6 meters, if you're going to be on 6 meters during field day, they do have a nice contest mode with a field day exchange in it for FT8, and that's where seems to be all the activity of right now. So get on FT8, and we haven't had any good Spraticki openings up here for over a week. So, but the solstice is coming up, and it should be really pretty good next week.
All right, yeah.
I'm all set up.
Great. Looking forward to it. Should be fun. Probably coming up there later next Thursday evening or Friday. So it should be fun.
50.313.
Yeah, that's going to be awesome. I can't wait.
5313. Yeah, that's the FT8 frequency. Probably be a bunch of folks there. So. Anybody else? Anything else before we close? Cricket.
Just a note.
Go ahead.
The ISS is doing a continuous slow scan TV transmission for 6 days straight. So anybody interested in doing that, it's happening right now.
Oh, it's like, so if you guys have antennas for that or set up for that. What was that?
Oh, I said, I'm not sure we're having any good passes here right now.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I haven't seen any on my phone the last couple of days.
Well, the pass doesn't have to be visible. They pass over. There's at least 3 chances every single day. You just turn on the software and just let it run and let the radio listen all day long, and you will get a hit, guaranteed.
Yeah, it's like I'll have to bring up my. Maybe we can work a little bit of see if we can get a satellite contact. It's just for fun. See if we can get those bonus points or something. give it a try.
Oh, for field day? Yeah.
field day.
No, well, I mean, the slow scan will be done, but yeah, the ISS goes over at least 3 times a day in our footprint. So
Like or any of the other satellites, yeah.
Yep.
It's like it's another thing for you guys. It's worth bonus points if you do it. So if you have a handheld beam and an HT, you can do it.
AMSAT is just,
They're gonna have it and repeat.
yeah, AMSAT just put up some notes on their bulletin board.
Yeah, they have their own little field day thing the same weekend too. So
Lots of stuff up there about field day and operating the other satellites too now. Lots of them up there now.
all right, yeah, very good. Yeah, looking forward to it. Field day, I love field day. So, well, I'm gonna go ahead and close the meeting here. Any further discussion we'll do on the other side of the meeting here.
Move to
Is there a
adjourn.
motion to close the Mike and Key meeting for this June 2021?
Move to adjourn.
Is there a second?
Second.
All right. And all in favor?
All right.
Aye.
It's like I see enough hands there. We'll go ahead and close the meeting. If you could turn off the recording, that'd be great. Yeah, feel free to hang around, you guys. If you want to rag to a little bit, that's what I'll be around for a while. Go ahead and chat for a bit.
All right, I see
Well,
Mark.
unfortunately, I have.
What?
I see Mark in the window down below finally there. Hey, morning. He's looking for the space bar.
No, I was just typing. Sorry, I was just typing to Rita.
Oh, good. Well, good to see you.
Nice to be seen. Yeah. How's everything up your way?
Well, I'm at the island right now, and it's pretty much cloudy. I think a lot of places, but they're very high, and there's no wind blowing, so things are good.
Good. I forgot whether you mentioned it. Are you doing any field day stuff up there? Or?
Well, not myself personally, but I was going to tell Dean because all of a sudden I saw him jump up here that might drop up and say hello. If I'm up here next weekend, I'm not sure about that yet. So lots of things happening for me down in Seattle way too. Anyway, if I am, I'll talk to Dean. And I had a little question for Toku before he took off, if he's back in front of his radio room there. Don't see him at the moment. But
I'm here. I'm just about ready to jump out of here, but we'll see. We'll see you up here, Michelle, and
I guess Phil's probably going to be coming there.
Phil and
Yeah.
everybody.
Sounds
Yeah, look forward to seeing you there too. If you come on by, Michelle, look forward to seeing you.
okay. I was hoping Dean would get the club call because I could
I
actually
know, I was hoping for it too, but I guess
operate out of my hip,
Dinkelman and CW Beach beat us to it.
get right back to my mortar mouth.
Yeah, it's like, what do we got to do?
Well,
Anyway, catch you guys later.
Yeah, we'll see you, Dean.
Dean, are you going to use XS then?
Yeah, we're gonna use XS.
Yeah, probably.
I'll burn that into my brain.
It still feels weird.
Yeah, it's just not right, is it?
No, it does. It doesn't feel right. No. It's like K7
No,
N7.
it's definitely not right.
I'll start practicing it.
Yeah, burn that. Start burning that into your memory banks.
Don't have too much problem erasing the old stuff.
Yeah, it still feels weird. Oh, is Jason still around?
So, who are you back in listening range? I'll give him an email.
Jason.
Yeah, congratulations on your special grid. FN 31, I think you said, or 28, something back east.
What was that?
Congratulations on your extra grid towards your Fred Fish Award.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's two of them I missed in DM85. DM85 and 86. The guy was only on for about an hour. Had an antenna problem. So got another one coming up this week sometime that I need, and keep picking them away one at a time.
Oh, I only discovered 6 meters for myself last month, actually, and have a whopping 46 grids confirmed so far. So
Yeah.
we're already happy with the VUCC award.
Well, if you hear the rare ones, get on them because
Right. I don't have much of an antenna, nothing compared with you or what Dean has or others. It's only a G5 RV Junior in the attic.
Yeah.
With 25 watts, and I got three Mexican stations already 2
Right.
weeks ago. So
yeah, it looks like it's working. I've been watching you.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, we had a good opening down in New Mexico. Unfortunately, nothing to the east.
And then there was some weird opening towards the north. Victor Echo 8, Charlie Kilo. Did you work into?
Yeah, that's a nice one too.
Oh no, up in Yellowknife. I couldn't believe it when I was looking at the FT8 list, and I got on him right away before others noticed. Actually, so.
Yeah, he's been on quite a little bit.
Mhm.
I worked him for the first time here a couple weeks ago.
A lot of fun.
Yeah.
I have a new Amoxon 6 meter, which I'll also stick in the attic. So that should have some fixed pointed in the southeastern direction, so that should cover the US pretty well if it's opening up.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, hopefully we'll get some openings to the east.
Mhm. Great
Okay, I'm
fun.
gonna get out of here, you guys. Have a good day.
Do take care.
Yeah.
Yeah, have a good one, Hal. All right.
All right, I guess it's time for me to get back to some soldering and wire splicing.